You are part of the problem, not part of the solution.
All the ads are performing exactly how we want them to perform.
It's like they got what they wanted. I didn't get what I needed. And that's exploitation as far as I'm concerned.
Where's the money going? Where's the $4,000 a month going if you're not doing your part of the contract?
We've upheld every part of the contract.
Hiring a marketing agency can be a make or break decision for small business owners. The payoff can be so high, but there are also so many scammers out there and they all know how to sell you. Today, I'm gonna let you decide for yourself whether this company is legit or a scam. At the same time, I should be honest and say my mind is already made up. Drive Social Media claims to be a top marketing agency, but behind all of the hype is a stack of lawsuits and a ton of red flags. So let's get into it. But before we do, I also want to say this. This video is very, very personal. This company have tried to remove their YouTube videos that we made about them. It was 2. And they keep trying and trying to get our YouTube channel in trouble because they understand the power of the media. They understand the power of negative publicity, even if it's earned, even if it's true. They're not fighting any information in our videos. They're trying to have YouTube to copyright strike our channel. We're not gonna let it happen. We're gonna fight it. But since they're so persistent, we're gonna keep exposing them for the scam they are. Let's go. We have to start at the beginning. Drive Social was founded by a guy named Josh Semple. He's your classic business bro, always talking about winning, growth, hustle, and mindset.
Remember, industry-specific agencies, 9 times out of 10 are f***ing scams. Every time you guys create an ad and it doesn't have value, you are part of the problem, not part of the solution. For 9 million people reached doesn't mean anything unless we actually get people to convert.
John started Drive in 2012 and it grew fast. There are offices in St. Louis, Nashville, Miami, Tampa, and Atlanta. They sell digital marketing packages like a lot of other agencies. The big hook, Drive Social is all about ROI. They want to help you maximize sales and make more than you spend. It's a great sales pitch for small business owners. The problem is these contracts don't really hold Drive accountable.
They will continue to sell you and sell you and sell you and promise you things that will happen that don't happen.
It's like they got what they wanted. I didn't get what I needed. And that's exploitation as far as I'm concerned.
This is just one of many business owners who realized too late that this company was all talk and no game. Don't get me wrong. Talking about ROI is not a bad thing. In fact, I agree that marketing companies should focus on real metrics and help their customers. But there is one thing, no marketing company can guarantee ROI. There are so many factors that influence profit margins. A roofing company in Minnesota is not going to 10x their sales in January, no matter how much money they spent. Why? Because it's cold outside. There's no search. Nobody's hiring. Even if you give $1 million to Google, you're going to waste it. So you have to be honest with yourself and with the expectations to your marketing agency. That's an extreme example, but you get the point. Marketing companies should talk about ROI, but they also need to be honest about what they can really deliver to you. You shouldn't hide the stuff in fine print. A few years ago, I actually called a Drive rep on behalf of a friend of mine who hired them. They paid $5,000 a month for 4 months and got 1 lead in return. Here's what he said.
And all the ads are performing exactly how we want them to perform.
And I'm gonna stop you right there.
Sure.
That's the biggest red flag. You gave
Tell
them.
me.
You give them. So you're saying that everything works like it's supposed to do, which means that you're happy with the results. The guy's paying you $5,000. He got 1 job since October, and you sitting here telling us that everything works as supposed to. Results are great. We're happy.
How familiar are you with Facebook and Facebook marketing?
Oh, I'm very familiar. Later in that call, he even admitted that 1 sale was the goal.
Are you trying to work with us or are you trying to work against us?
Well, I'm trying them to get out of this contract because you're getting way better
Okay.
part of this deal. You're screwing them essentially. Drive will be in business by charging $5,000 for these results, but this small business will go under if they're gonna keep paying $5,000 a month, and Drive will tell them results are good because they got one job.
I could bring you 150 leads, but if none of them turn into an actual job, then what's the point of the lead?
Well, exactly. Well, we're not on track to
Like,
3x.
I can get that. You are on track. You have one purchase. If you were in the meetings, right? My job is to get you one purchase in the first round of ads, which is 3, and those ads run for 3 months. Your ads have only been running since December 20. No, hold on, man. December 22nd of last month, right? So that means that in 1 month, I've brought in you one job, right?
It sucks.
This is all part of our.
This was not a one-time thing for Drive. I'm betting there are a lot of customers who feel the same way, and there are court records to back it up. I'll tell you all about it in a second, but first, I want to talk about Directory Marketing Dollars. Directory is the company that actually have great return on investment to all of their contractors. I'll give you a top contractor in the past 30 days who has the most marketing dollars to spend because they register all the jobs they sell with the directory.com. They have received directory leads only from Directory Marketing Dollars in the past 7 days. Through Facebook, 19 leads, and through call center, 11. In the last 30 days, it ended up being 68 leads from Facebook and 64 leads from a call center. This is #1 company on directory.com. The way directory works, the more you use it, the more leads you're gonna get from it. So this company got 120, 130 leads in just 30 days. So if you use it, you're gonna be all the way at the top. You'll have great ROI. If you have any questions or would like to join directory.com, I'll put application below. We don't accept everyone. You have to have high standards, at least 20 Google reviews. You don't have to be in business any certain time. As long as you pass a background check, have 20 reviews, and maintain 4.5 stars reputation and higher, you will be qualified. We desperately need contractors all over the country. And if you commit to it and use it in your sales presentations, you will actually get the most leads in return, way more than you would get from Drive Social or any other marketing agency of that type. Now, let me show you what went wrong with the Drive Social. So imagine you've already paid thousands of dollars for a marketing contract. You wait a few months and the results are horrible. At this point, most business owners are going to try and get out of the contract. That's what my friend tried to do. Here what was the Drive's response. The contract is specified, so monthly deliverables are continuously adjusted based on progress and competition, will include some of combination of following: copy and design for additional service pages, SEO, blog writing, guest blogging, press releases, incoming backlinks. I mean, it's a cookie cutter contract that, you know, it's not custom by any it means on-page SEO, citation cleanup. But at this point, after 4 months, you haven't even built website. So my question is, why this guy's paying you $5,000 and you're not doing crap from your contract? It's the way I see it, from as an outsider, you're scamming him. You're not doing your part of the agreement, and that's why he wants out. You're not doing any of these deliverables, but he keep paying you $5,000. How about you charge him $2,000 because you have not paid built him a website? Why? Where's the money going? Where's the $4,000 a month going if you're not doing your part of the contract?
We've upheld every part of the contract.
Yes, sir.
Hey brother, really quick, just 1 minute. Question for you, did you get out of that contract?
Yes.
Okay, so they did not bully you, you didn't pay them more, you got your money back by chance?
No, we didn't get any money back. We got out of it. They even offered to the whatever vice president had reached out to me at some point, and she was like, give me 3 months, like we'll do this for free or whatever, but I'm going to prove to you that it works, and then it didn't do anything.
In this case, my contractor just heard him. He got out of it. So because of bad publicity in relationship with Roofing Insights, they did not go after him. By the way, this is the service I offer to all my contractors. So if I'm your mentor and we work on a regular basis and I have a weekly call with you and you tell me that you have a contract like that, I personally will call the company to cancel it and I will fight for you. I fight for my students. If you're a roofing school student, if you want to enroll and get my help setting up your marketing, please do so. I'll put all my links below. I have over 300 active students right now. That's the comfortable number for me. I do weekly calls with a group of roofers, and I also do one-on-one calls. And when someone shares nightmare stories with their marketing agency, guess what? I call them and I end those contracts. We have a little bit more leverage than average business owner. But let's continue with the story. Unfortunately, for some Drive customers, getting out of bad contracts isn't possible. In fact, that's when they are getting sued. In 10 years, Drive has filed over 60 lawsuits against their own customers for breaking their contracts in one way or another. Let me tell you, Drive might have questionable ROI, but when it comes to litigation, they're very good. Just look at what they have done in the past 3 years. From 2021 to 2024, Drive filed at least 28 lawsuits against former clients. In about half of those cases, Drive won by default because the other party did not show up in court. And that's my advice to you. If you've been sued, especially if scammers like Drive suing you, show up and tell your story to the judge. You will be surprised about results. Here's the pattern here. Drive sues, the defendant doesn't respond. Drive wins, then comes the real pressure, bank garnishments. They filed to seize funds very quickly. In some cases, Drive even demanding proof of assets and financial accounts. In total, former Drive customers have been ordered to pay over $300,000 in the last 3 years. Sometimes the payment requests go up over time. The fact that so many of defendants don't fight back raises the questions. Can they not afford a lawyer? And why are so many clients breaking contracts in the first place? Then there are other half of the cases. Most of them get dismissed. Usually it's after Drive stops pursuing them. Why? Most likely they're being settled behind the scenes. I believe all of this is just part of Drive's business model. Think about it. In general, they target small service businesses, local contractors, gyms, and restaurants. These are kind of businesses that don't have a lot of time to learn about digital marketing. They also don't have the money to deal with the long court battles. It's a playbook. Sue, win by default, or settle and get paid. Why else would a company be suing their customers this much? I told you in the beginning that this is not the first time I have made a video about Drive Social. A few years ago, there was a news story on them. If you went to their BBB page, there were a lot of complaints, but since then, the bad press has cleared up. Their BBB page has no bad reviews today. I thought that was being weird, so we used the Wayback Machine to find some of those old ones. Why are they going away? That's easy. The BBB is pay to play. Surprise, surprise. Every business owner knows it, right? Drive Social is just one of millions of businesses that pays for accreditation. If you have an account, you can ask to have reviews removed. Clearly, Drive Social has been working on cleaning up their profile. Says a lot about BBB as well. Shame on you, BBB. Shame on you. Another interesting thing is their Google reviews. Across all their locations, I could only find one negative review. Let's remember, Drive Social has sued customers at least 28 times in the last 3 years. You would expect to see at least a couple negative reviews between the BBB and Google, but there is literally only one. Just shows you how much money can buy, and if you know the space, what kind of reputation you can maintain at the highest level. Very sad only. My last piece of evidence, a random copyright strike on this YouTube channel. Someone flagged a copyright issue with the video we made about Drive Social a few years ago. The weird part is this complaint didn't say what the copyrighted content was. Now, to be clear, I can see the name of the person who requested the strike. I'm not going to share it, but it's safe to say it's not the name of anyone I know who is working for the Drive. I don't recognize the name at all, but it still got me thinking, who would want this video removed? At the end of the day, I leave it up to you to decide. Is Drive Social Media a legit company with aggressive strategies, or is it a scam? Either way, there are a lot of lessons here for the small business owners. You have to read the fine print. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't sign a contract that locks you for years with no guarantee of results. And personally, I would not sign any contracts for 12 months. As a matter of fact, all my business, and I have 5 now, including roofing school, including director, all of them, they don't have yearly contracts. Simply, we don't lock people in. Why? Because it's unethical, and results for something like this should be monthly, not yearly. I would love to hear what you think about this company and others like them. Drop your story in comments. I read all of my comments. If you need my help to cancel the contract with your marketing company because they're screwing you, reach out. Maybe I can help you. Maybe we can call them out next. For now, we're going to keep fighting our fight with the Drive Social. Drive Social, if you're going to strike my channel one more time, I'm coming after you hard. And this time, I will take you to court. And I promise you, you're going to lose that battle. Let's go.